Hi everyone, I'm Arundhati. Welcome to Yarn Stitch Color, and today we are going to learn how to make these texting gloves. They have no fingers but the whole space, so the fingers remain out, and we have a thumb space for thumb here. This is made with the knit stitch of Tunisian crochet. We will also learn how to change color once and how to join with a slip stitch. So I hope you're excited to learn. Let's begin. Let's look at the material that we need. I have used yarn from this, that's why it looks so small. I will leave the grams or yardage in the description box, but that's my main color. Yarn for contrast color. Tapestry needle to sew the edges in, the tails in. You'll just need one, scissors, stitch markers, 2 of them, and the most important thing that we need is a Tunisian crochet hook. Here I'm using a 6.5 mm Tunisian crochet hook, a regular crochet hook that's 5 mm, and we will also need a blocking board. Okay, blocking board with pins. So in case you'd like to know how to do a wet blocking, a spray blocking, or a steam blocking for any of your crochet projects, I will leave a link in the description box to a detailed video and you can watch that. But this glove needs to surely be blocked, only then it fits and looks very nice and professionally made. So these are the things that you need. The hooks are of course dictated by the yarn, so ensure that you pick the right hooks. I am using 6.5 and 5 mm here. So let's begin. So we are going to make a slip knot and chain 25. So when I make 25, it fits my hand like this. Okay, slightly loose, like maybe a chain or so extra. So if you're going to make for somebody else, just check this palm size, and according to that you can make your chains. Now that we've made our chain, we will begin on row 1, that's the foundation row. For that, turn this around. We are going to skip the first one. We are going to skip this one, and from the next one we are going to insert in the back loop, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert, yarn over, pull up a loop. We will do that across this row, and this is the foundation row. This is the last one in the foundation row, and once you've picked that, count the number of loops that you have on your hook. It should be 25 here, which is equal to the number of chains that we made. Now we will begin on the return pass of the foundation row. So chain 1, that's yarn over and pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. This is the standard return pass. Yarn over and pull through 2. Across the row we will do that, yarn over and pull through. When I say 2, we mean 2 loops. Okay, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So these are the last 2 loops of the return pass. We will yarn over and pull through 2. So that's how our foundation row is complete, and at this stage also you can just wrap it around your hand and see if it fits you well. Okay, Now we will begin on row 1, and this is where the knit stitch starts. The knit stitch does not have a constraint of odd, even or a multiple number to begin with, so you can chain just as many as you like. Even if you are making any other project, there is no constraint. So how do we make this stitches? You see, this is the first stitch, but this is the second stitch. We will always leave this stitch because it has a corresponding loop on the hook. We begin with the second stitch, and you see a front and a back vertical bar. So we insert in between both, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert in between the front and the back, yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay. See this? Insert in between, yarn over and pull up. That's the front and the back. Insert in between, yarn over and pull up. Do that across the row. We are at the end of this row, and we are left with 2 stitches, one and the last one. So in the second last stitch we do the same thing. Front and the back vertical bars, we insert in between them, yarn over and pull up. But for the last one, just turn it a bit and you can see these two. We will insert right behind them. Okay, so when you insert from here, just ensure that you are inserting behind both, yarn over and pull up. It looks like this. Now begin on the return pass. That is chain 1, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That is all we will do across this row. Yarn over and pull through 2. Now we will make the last stitch of the return pass and begin on row 2. Row 2 will be just like row 1. So we are going to skip the first one because it has a corresponding loop on the hook, and with the second one we will insert in between the front and the back vertical bars. So insert in between them, yarn over and pull up. Insert, yarn over and pull up. Insert, yarn over, pull up. That is all that we will do. So keep repeating this. In the forward pass we will be inserting between the front and the back vertical bars and pulling up a loop. In the return pass it's a standard one, so we will do a chain 1, then yarn over and pull through 2 across the row. So just repeat these rows for the length that you require to make the glove. So I have finished making almost 32 rows here. So it fits my hand like this. It will fit like this. So just look at your smallest finger, and from there you see how much you want to cover along your wrist. Okay, so I have made 32 rows. Now I want to change a color here, and I want to add 1 or 2 rows of a different color. I have chosen a navy blue. So let's see how to do that. I've finished the return pass here. Not completely finished. I have 2 loops on my hook, and if I would yarn over and pull through these 2, then I would finish the return pass. But I'm going to stop here when I have 2 loops on the hook. I'm going to take a new color, loop it over your hook and finish the stitch with that. Okay, now be careful and hold the new yarn as well as the old yarn, new yarn's tail, okay, new yarn's tail and the old yarn, hold them separately, keep them away from your project. And now we will continue to do, let me refocus a bit, yeah, so now we will continue to do the same knit stitch. Okay, so we leave the first one, we begin from the second one. So insert in between the front and the back bars, yarn over and pull up, insert, yarn over and pull up, insert, yarn over and pull up. We are pulling up the new color now. Okay, keep doing that across this row, and the return pass is going to be just the way it was. We are not going to use the old color for this row or how many ever rows you want with this contrast color. So now we are at the end and we will do a return pass. So we will finish this row, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and when we are here, if your new yarn was a little loose, just tug it a bit and ensure it's tight like this, then yarn over and pull through 2 if you want to continue with the brown color in the next row. I don't want to, I want to, I don't want to continue with the blue one. So I'm going to start with the new color when I have 2 loops on the hook. So yarn over and finish with brown. Now here it might seem a little difficult, but it is just the same. Insert, yarn over and pull up, insert in between the front and the back, yarn over and pull up. Okay, insert in between the back and the front vertical bars, yarn over and pull up. Continue doing that for this row and make the standard return pass. I want to make one more row of brown before closing it, so I will continue to make the stitch with brown for one more row. This is a very flexible pattern. If you want to change colors for every row, you can do that too. But remember, you will have all those ends to weave in. Or you could make with variegated yarn. That will also give a very nice look. Now I am happy with the length, so I am going to cast off or finish making this piece. So yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, and now we will do the last row, which is a cast off. So I am going to insert the same way through between the back and the front vertical bars. I will yarn over and pull up, and now I'm not going to leave it on the hook. I'm going to pull through the loop on the hook. Insert, yarn over and pull up, and pull it through the loop on the hook. Let me try doing it a little closer to the screen. So insert between the front and the back vertical bars, yarn over and pull up, yarn, sorry, pull it through the loop on the hook. Insert, yarn over and pull up, pull it out, pull it through the loop on the hook. So when we cast off, we are not going to collect any loops on the hook. This is how it will look. You can finish this row and then we will block the piece. Make 2 of these. Okay. So once you finish making 2 pieces, go ahead and block them. I will leave a link in the description box to a video which shows how to wet block your projects, and please be sure to do it. The fit is very different once the project is blocked. In the end we do the same thing. We go under both the bars, yarn over and pull up, pull through. Okay, now chain 1 and pull it tight. Now we will cut both the yarns, this brown one as well as the blue one. Leave decent tails because we will have to weave them in. We will need that. So this is how it looks. Mine is curling a bit because I wanted a dense fabric, but don't let the project curl a lot. Use the right size hook. This is how it looks like. Now I'm going to block it. I'll make 1 more of this and then we will block it and see how it is assembled. So this is how it looks on the blocking board. It's completely dry now. So I'll remove the pins. This is how it looks once it is taken off the board. Now we are going to fold it like this and continue to stitch. Before that we will sew in the ends. Okay, so all these ends have to be sewn in. To sew in the ends you can use a tapestry needle like this which has a turned head, or you can use this one which has a slightly wide eye. Both of them do. Okay, this one I find helps a little to easily pick the stitches when we are sewing in the ends, but if this needle is too thick for your yarn or your stitches, go ahead and use the thinner one. Sew in all the ends and we will meet again. I have already made one here so that I could show you what we are constructing here. I have taken the blue row on the top, like towards my fingers. Okay, and this is the space for the thumb. So I will start joining from here. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you now. I'll start joining from here. Remember, after making the piece, I have not done a single crochet border or anything. Okay, so now when we fold like this, the one that I've already made is for my left hand, and the one that I'll make with you is for my right hand. But because we don't have very specific designs, even if you keep it like this, it's going to be fine. Okay, so we are not worried on that front. Let's start to join. When we join, it's going to look like this. Okay, this little slightly bumped up row is what we will use when we are joining, but it looks like this, and once worn it looks really nice. It doesn't look like a seam or something like that which is, you know, jetting out. So to do that, we are going to make a slip knot and place it on our regular hook. Here I am using a 5 mm crochet hook. To make this we used a 6.5 Tunisian crochet hook, and regular I am going to use a 5 mm crochet hook. So ensure that the right side is facing you, okay, and just fold it. Alright, now make a slip knot and place it on your hook. Now we will begin to join. So before we start joining, there is one more step. Okay, just keep your glove like that, keep it straight, place your hand over it. I am going to ensure that my little finger is covered inside the glove, not completely, a bit, and just take a marker which is lockable, and these are approximates. Okay, so place one below and one on the top. So now you know that you have to come approximately till here, and then this will be also stitched in the same way. Now that you have these approximations here, go ahead and match every row. Okay, count and match each stitch to stitch and row to row. Then see, like this. Okay, and we have it here, right? It's coming here. Match like this, and on this edge too, start matching from the top. So blue was the third row, then continue to match every row, and I get this stitch. Okay, so that it's clear. And once you've already made one like this, like me, you've already made, then just place it over each other and see if you're almost at the same place. Alright, now we will start to join them. To join, we have placed a slip knot on our hook. This is called a slip stitch joint. Alright, so we've already placed a loop on the hook, and now let me show you with a needle. I'm going to take this loop from this edge, that's the inner loop, and inner loop from this edge. Okay, and slip stitch. But while doing all that, this yarn needs to remain in between both the layers. It will be tricky just for the first 1 or 2 stitches. After that it gets really smooth. So now I'm going to insert my hook here. Okay, the yarn is in the middle, although the stitch is going to be here. The slip knot that we placed on the hook is going to be here, but the yarn is going to be in between the layers. And I'm going to insert into the back loop of this side, yarn over and pull through all 3. Do that again. So we insert from top in this stitch. Now majorly this yarn is always going to remain in the center automatically. Insert in this stitch, yarn over and pull through all 3. it starts to look like this. We insert here, yarn over and pull through all three. Now we are almost towards the end. And this is the last stitch, so I'm going to take off the marker and make the stitch. Once we've made the last stitch, I'm going to just chain one, pull it tight and cut the yarn. Pull it out. So right now I will just tuck it in, but we will sew in the ends later. Now we will begin to join this part. Okay, at this stage also, if you'd like, just wear and see if you are liking where the thumb is. Otherwise, before cutting, if you want to make another one or two, whatever you'd like to make, if you'd like to rip out one or two, you can do that before you cut. Now we will join this part exactly in the same way. So let's put a slip knot on our hook and just cross check everything and begin. Okay, so this is the stitch where I wanted to begin. Once I put in the hook, I will remove the stitch marker. Alright, so I have my first stitch there. Now I can remove the stitch marker. Now we know what to do, how to join with a slip stitch. Insert, insert, yarn over and pull through all three. Insert, insert, yarn over and pull through. Okay. Now once we are here, we finished, we made the last one. I'm going to chain one and go ahead to make one single crochet in each stitch around the rim. So this is what I'm going to do now, these stitches. So we'll make those now. So insert, yarn over and pull up, yarn over and pull through 2. If you're new to crochet, go ahead and add a stitch marker here. I'm saying so only because it's going to be really evident when you come back here, but just in case. So continue to make one single crochet in each stitch. So when we came here, I began making them along the left side. Okay, I began making them along this side. I did not go the other way around because this is the reverse of the single crochet, and that's not what we want to see on the front. Okay, we don't want to see this. We want to see the single crochets front here, and that's why I went along the left side. And please remember, I am a right-handed crocheter, so it could be slightly different for a left-handed crocheter. Please take care accordingly. So once we make these single crochets, the edge that was turning in a bit like this after our last row of cast off, it will straighten out and you can see all the stitches like this. Now we are almost towards the end. I have made a single crochet here in the last stitch. After we do that, I'm not going to chain one. I'm just going to leave a longish tail and cut the yarn. Now we will pull it out. Okay. Going to use a needle. This was our first stitch, remember? So let me just remove the marker, and we are going to insert the needle under the two legs of that first stitch. Pull it. Then when we come back, we are going to insert it in the middle. Let me just refocus a bit. We are going to insert it in the middle of the last stitch and take a stitch below that and pull it. So when we pull it like that, let this vehicle pass. I think it's making a lot of noise. It's gone. So when we pull it like that, we will make a fake stitch which looks just like these, the top of the single crochets. Okay, and there will be no knot right here. Once we've done that, to secure all of this, we will make a slip knot like this at the back, and then of course we will sew in the end. You can use that way of joining for your other projects too. It gives a very clean finish. See, nice, no? So you don't see a particular knot or something there. Now this part, I'm going to tuck this in. Now this is our place where the thumb will come out. Okay, so I'm going to reinforce those stitches with a single crochet. Slip knot. I'm going to leave a little end. Slip knot and insert it anywhere in any stitch actually, like this. Okay. Yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Add a marker there and just go around making one single crochet into each stitch. Don't make it too tight or don't do a slip stitch. Okay, because we want the thumb to sit there comfortably. And that's the last stitch. So after making the last stitch, we'll go in like that, insert from here, and I'm going to leave the needle there and insert, turn the hook, turn the glove inside out so that I can make a nice knot here. Okay, so once that is done, please go ahead and sew in all the ends. Sew in all these ends, and there's an end here. Oh, I think we've already sewn that one in. Sew this one in, and then we will meet again. So all the ends are in, and now we will turn it inside out again. So now this is how they look like. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and in case you make these gloves, please do tag me. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am as Yarn Stitch Color there. There is a link in the description box to my account, and I'll be very happy to see you there too. Thank you so much for seeing this video. If you've liked it, please like, comment and share if you'd like. But I will be very happy to see your comment and know what you liked, didn't like, or anything else that you'd like to share. Thank you so much.